Hello everyone, my name is Leslie Ranshausen. Today I'm presenting my project Mapping Food and Accessibility in Chicago, a Cloud GIS solution. Food deserts remain a persistent issue in Chicago. According to the USDA, an urban food desert is a low-income area where residents live more than 1 mile from a grocery store. For Chicago, this means many communities struggle to access affordable, fresh, healthy food. GIS really is the perfect tool to tackle this problem. It allows us to combine neighborhood boundaries, socioeconomic data, and transit infrastructure to pinpoint which neighborhoods are experiencing food accessibility gaps. To build this project, I brought together several public data sets. First, I used the Tiger line shape files, which provide the official Chicago Census tract boundaries. These essentially outline the city's neighborhoods so I could join demographic and other data accurately. Next, I brought in data from the American Community Survey. This includes details like population, poverty rates, and vehicle ownership, all important factors that influence whether people can actually reach a grocery store. I also used the Chicago Transit Authority data portal for train station and bus stop locations because transit access is a lifeline for many residents. And the USDA's Food Access Research Atlas gives us the urban food desert criteria. In ArcGIS Pro, I started by cleaning the grocery store and demographics data. Then I ran the join tool to make one master demographic table to pull from. I then ran buffer analysis that created a 1 mile buffer around the grocery store points to align with the USDA's definition of an urban food desert. I then consolidated the train station and the bus stop data into one transportation buffer layer, applying a 1/4 mile buffer around all stops to illustrate a reasonable walking distance for transit stops. Once my local analysis was complete in ArcGIS Pro, I published the cleaned layers in ArcGIS Online. I symbolized the buffers with transparency so it's easy to see where they overlap and where there are gaps. I also configured the pop-ups to show only the most relevant fields so users can quickly understand each area's data. To help explore the data, I designed choropleth maps for population, poverty percentage, and vehicle ownership so users can see how these factors vary across neighborhoods. I also use the Instant Apps sidebar template because it keeps the map clear and gives users an easy way to toggle layers and read the legend and navigate the app. Now I'm going to give you a quick demo of the Chicago Food and Accessibility app. So we open up here on this welcome page. And you can see here all of our layers. I'm going to turn them off so I can show you some details. Oops. So we have our boundary file here. And then this is a series of choropleth maps. So this is our Chicago vehicle ownership. This is our Chicago poverty rates, population rates. And then we have all of our grocery stores and then our grocery store buffers. This is our transportation buffer layer. And then with that information, I created a low food access areas and also low food and low vehicle access areas. Also, oops, sorry, I shouldn't have done this. So you can see pop-ups here. So here's a pop-up for our grocery store. We included the address and the zip code for easy accessibility. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. And then we also have pop-ups for demographic information, so population, poverty percent, and percent with no vehicle. Oops. You can see here in our legend all the symbology for all the different layers. And I also included a search bar in case people needed to navigate to particular areas in Chicago. So this tool can help planners and local advocates and residents identify neighborhoods that are most in need in Chicago. Oops, sorry. When using Cloud GIS, it's important to consider both cost and data security. Estimate for a project of this scope on ArcGIS Online typically would range from about $1,000 to $5,000 annually, which is affordable for most sizable city governments and nonprofits, but may be less practical for smaller grassroots groups. The good news is that all the data in this project is public and aggregated, so there's no risk of exposing sensitive information. I also set up a read-only sharing and strict admin permissions to ensure the layers remain secure and can't be edited by unauthorized users. To wrap up, this project demonstrates that a flexible Cloud GIS workflow isn't only a technical solution, it's a practical tool that empowers city planners, community advocates, and residents to better understand and tackle food access challenges in their neighborhoods. By regularly updating the app as new stores open or transit routes shift, it serves as a living resource that supports real action and meaningful change where communities need it most. And then to close, this is my reference page. I hope you enjoyed my presentation.